All right, cool. Okay, everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for being on here tonight at 7. I wanted to go ahead and get the highlights and the reel from everybody that was at the Arizona event. So if you were on, I would love for you to share. I just put Mary and Daisy's picture up because they told me that they could for sure be on. Well, Daisy was a maybe, but she still gave me her picture. So I just put the pictures up of the people that told me that they could definitely get on. So I wasn't expecting so many of you. So I'm very excited that all of you guys are on here because I would love for you to share what you learned on the training in Arizona. So I'm going to start with Mary. I'm going to put her on the spot. And she just woke up and she's tired. But I heard her say that this is one of the best events she's ever been to. And Mary's been in the company a long time. So for her to say that means that some pretty cool stuff happened. So I just wanted her to go ahead and share just your top 3 moments.
Hi guys. No, you know what? In tired and everything, one of the things, guys, is in this business, we need to put ourselves in state. You're not going to be excited all the time. We had a really long drive. It was an amazing event, but we literally went back and came back in like a day. We left on Saturday morning, 6-hour drive, kind of like hang out, and came back, Sunday night right after the event. So it was a very, very long event. I don't sleep on car rides, so I was exhausted. And then right now, I know Melissa had asked me to do the Zoom, and when Melissa asks for something, you got to do it, right? Because this girl is amazing. She's so one team, one mission. Anytime that, she's asked to do something, she's the first one to say yes. So she's an amazing, amazing leader. I knew I was going to be tired, but I was like, despite the fact that we're going to say yes. So right now, I was listening to Jared's presentation. He has a video that's a 6-minute presentation, and he talks about, because I was like, man, I'm super tired. What am I gonna say on the Zoom? But yes, Melissa, this was one of the best events. I think content wise, content wise, it works. Just really hit it on the money where it comes to high quality training. It was like no time wasted. It was all good information. I literally have I don't think, Melissa, can you mute everybody? I think there's a lot of background noise. I don't know if it's just on my end. Okay, I think we're good. I have literally miles of notes of just a lot of good information. One of the things in 2019, guys, that I said, 2019, I had a lot of life going on, and I said, one of the things that I want to do different in 2020 is I'm not gonna miss events. I need to stay close to the fire. So no matter what, I'm just gonna say, they put all the dates out there. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but they just said, just say yes. And then somehow, some way, a way will be made and you're gonna be there. But first off, the 2 promotions that we have right now, right off of the Arizona event, is a free shipping on orders of over $99. Guys, when it comes to volume, everybody right now that is looking to promote, free shipping is people when they say I add all kinds of items to cart, but then when I do the shipping is $6.99, I question my entire order. That's a true statement. That is a big selling point for everybody right now. $99, you get to tell people hey, if you add 2 or 3 items, a bundle pack, the Target trio, the all those trios that we have, then you get free shipping. Orders over $200 or save 10% and get free shipping. So that alone was amazing. And why was it the best event, Melissa? I don't know exactly how to answer that question. Again, it's so much content that I want to give you guys, and I want to do it Q&A type, Mel, because there's just so much. I just asked Vero right now because she messaged me, I think it was 2 hours into the event, and she's like, oh my God, this is it. I could feel it. When that light bulb goes off, that moment that she had is a moment that I had a few years back, and I was like, this is it. And you could feel it. I get chills just thinking about it, because you're at the right place, right time. Everything that they have put together for us is just mind-blowing amazing. So there's a lot of notes that I could share, but I know I wanna I want to share that story first. So I'm gonna kind of like pass it on to Vero because she has such a powerful testimony, Mel. So Vero, I know she's probably gonna kill me, but Vero, are
That's
you
all
alive?
right. She's right here. Beto, can you mute yourself?
Okay, let's.
This
Hey.
girl of
Everybody looks like they just woke up.
Hey, it's all right. It's okay. It's
Y'all
Monday.
just woke up. It's okay.
Okay, so
you go to
so
the other room because the baby's sleeping.
we're sitting at the tables and we're messaging back and forth. I'll let Vero tell you guys her story, and she was like, "Dude, this is it." And she's so like, "I'm freaking running for I'm doing it." And like I said, she had that moment, like the one that I had years back, and like when I had that moment, guys, it's powerful. That's what took me from distributor to triple diamond. That's how I built that second triple diamond. That's the moment that I had, because when you feel it, it's not, everybody has the same tools, everybody has the same something. One of the reasons why events are so powerful is because events give you something that you can't get anywhere else. It's like this crazy belief, and that's what she got. So Vero, take it away.
You guys know how me and Mary are always arguing, or we're always acting all sorts of funny. So on the way over there, I was like complaining about the $50 ticket. I'm like, bro, this event is super expensive. Like, ni que fuera green carpet, because that's usually like $70. And whatever. So we get there, and I was just there, like with an open mind, kind of just going with the flow. Um, and we got there like 30 minutes late, but they started talking, and like, I don't know, I told her, I told them, like, when we were debriefing afterwards, conference this year to me by far, and I think this was like my fifth one or my fourth one, has been the best conference that I've ever been to. And this event going, I told them, I'm like, this has to be like the best event, one of those events. And I don't know, I just feel like for me in the business, the Skinny Brew really kind of awoken the fire in me. Like, I haven't been this excited about a product in a long time. So I've been talking a lot about it. And I was also telling them, like, going to conference with the baby, she was 2 months old. She was really little. Like, it was a big sacrifice and it was really difficult. So I actually left the baby for the first time to go to this event with my mom. And like, I just think it's like not a time to be playing small anymore. Like, my why has gotten so much stronger. So leading up to the event, like this week, I'm super red, and like I like love competition. So I went back to work, which was a personal decision that I made. But we were also, and it's only like 2 days, but we were also moving everything out of my mom's house. So every day was like jam packed, and it was Thursday. Like all week, I hadn't done anything. Like I had been doing power hours here and there, or like little things, but I had not focused. And I was seeing on the SWAT chat that everybody was like, "Oh, I got sample number this, sample number that." And I messaged Mary, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm being a little salty right now. Like these girls are like, because I haven't been able to do anything." And she's like, "You know what? Go ahead and mute the chat. Like just do you, like go do your messaging or whatever you have to do." So on Friday, it was like 5:30, like 5:30 p.m. And I wanted to get the codes for the 5 sample packs being sent out. So I sent out 85 messages, you guys. I literally worked for like 3 or 4 hours, and I got it done. I ended up selling 6. And one of the things about me is I don't like to message. I think I've been in the business for such a long time, and I do videos or I do polls. Like people, I always have good enrollments, but it's people that come to me. And I know Rosie, I don't know if she's on here, but she's always like, you never message people, and like you need to message, and that would change your business. And I'm like, okay. So I feel like that day I finally got over myself, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just.
Did she freeze or is it just me?
Yeah, I think she froze.
Uh-oh.
Vero, you're freezing.
Can you hear us? Darn it, she got to the best part too. Oh no.
Let's see. We'll see when she comes back on. But you know what? I think that's what happened for her. she got on Friday, she got over herself and she did the messaging. And when she was at that event, it was kind of like, you know, when everybody, I think all of us have that fear of messaging, guys, including myself. No, nobody loves messaging. Honestly, it's like, hey guys, do you like door knocking? No, nobody likes to do it, but you just kind of like something that you got to do. So she finally got over herself. I just messaged her right now, so she's gonna come back on. So she got over herself and won. Oh, Portia loves messaging, girl. Like you're one in a million. So when she got over herself, it's like you break out through that fear, and it was powerful. But like, guys, right now, I have not seen that twinkle in Veto's eye. Like, it's just like she was. Well, she's there. She is again.
My bad, I was kicked out. Can you hear me?
Yes. So you left in the messaging part, right? You left everybody in suspense.
What was the last thing you guys heard? I kept talking.
You said that
The
you
last-
sent out 85 messages and you enrolled 6 people with samples, and that you don't like messaging, but that you pushed yourself to do it because you wanted those codes.
Oh yeah, I don't like messaging, guys. I really don't. So I completely understand when people are like, oh, well, I don't know. And the thing is about messaging, I feel like even at like a diamond level, or it doesn't matter how long you've been in, you still, you said, yeah, I got over myself. There's still things that I'm just like, fuck. If I message so many people, I'm gonna get.
Oh, she froze again.
Again.
Maybe,
Oh,
maybe it's the room where she's at. I don't know.
maybe.
We're at an Airbnb, and they're always doing something to that house, so they probably mess with the internet.
Oh. Come back. Oh, there you are. Okay.
All right, Vero, are you on Wi-Fi?
I just got off Wi-Fi. It's a service here.
Oh, okay.
It says she has full bars.
So I don't know, pretty much like I feel like everything leading up to everything is happening exactly how it had to. I literally locked myself, I isolated myself for like 3 hours in the room, and I did the work that I had to do. I did the messaging, and like to me it was like, damn, like if you do the work, like we always say, like the stuff will come. So just going to the event, I feel like I didn't have the baby, and Crystal was like, you seem very more, like a lot more calm, and I was able to really like grasp everything that they were saying and kind of take it in. Like I said, I think my mindset has changed a lot. A lot of people, like, you know, they want to say that the kids are their wives, and maybe like that changes. But for me, like, Mary knows how long I've been wanting to be a mom. So my baby literally, like, I think has shaken my whole entire like universe, to where she does make me want to do more, and she does make me want to be the best version of myself for her. So I feel like just at that event, it was just a lot of confirmation. Like the panels were super good. So they came out with something where if you pay 150, you get an all access pass to all the events this year, and you get to keep them forever. Like it's not just 72 hours. So I would recommend that if you guys want to do that. But they literally gave like the whole thing for me pretty much, as I have everything else. It was just the messaging. And this event was focused a lot on like, let me give you the verbiage, like word by word. Like they even put it up on the screen. And I was like, that was the only thing that for me was missing. And I got all the answers that I needed. So I am over here like, and you guys, the energy, like I kid you not, I was tired today, and I was doing my working, like I'm working right now, messaging back my people. But that post I did with the diapers, like the content that they say, just be real, be raw, be you. Like you need to bring something to the table. You need to bring value, something that we've heard for many, many years, but we still want to be like, not open, or still kind of put up a front as to what we're doing, or not say the whole truth. And just like, to me, it's like your truth is good enough. Like your story is good enough, and it's going to set you apart. So I got that, and I have like 5 potential distributors off of that one post. Obviously I'm a mom now, so I'm targeting moms. And yeah, I don't know, like the event was just, to me, it was great. I feel like it was like we came back, and I was messaging Mary as the event was going on, and I'm like 2 hours in, I told her it was so worth the $50. And we hadn't even been like halfway through the event, just because of everything that I was getting. So I don't know if you have questions, Maria, but
I do. No, I do. Guys, she said I was like, so walking into the event, she was like, dang, I had to pay $50. She was still complaining about the $50. Like, still complaining. So, okay, so this is the part that I want everybody to get, Vero. You message for, okay, so you got over yourself. You needed to get your codes. You messaged, you said for 3 hours?
Like 3-4 hours.
Okay, so in those 3 hours, you messaged how many people?
85.
Okay, 85. We had a contest with like a few of the other girls where we were messaging 150. I did like 90, you did 85, so we didn't even get to the 150. And this was inspired by Daisy, so she could share that part of her story. So 3 hours. Okay, so how many sample packs? Tell us the business results that you got out of 3 hours of working, of actually working, not pretending you're working, but actually working. What was the results from that?
$200.
So how many sample packs did you sell?
11.
11 sample packs. That's 220. 220 sample packs. She $220 in like literally 72 hours from her getting over herself and messaging 85 people. And like it's pretty crazy. So she said she funded the entire trip, including that $50 ticket, through sample cash, guys. So it's powerful. So if you're on here and you're like, I haven't made enough money, you need to, just like she did, get over yourself. Now, I know we said it was get over yourself. And can you just, last thing, can you just explain to them the feeling that you got? Because you did get that defining moment of like, this is it. I'm about to run. I'm about to make it happen. I don't think you have had that since you started with the company. What gave you that?
She was asking me this yesterday, and it's hard to pinpoint. Like, I don't know, but
Yeah, she didn't give me an answer, so that's why I had to ask
I
you
didn't
again.
give her an answer, and I guess I'm still like debriefing. Dude, we came back, and I have like a notebook full of notes as well, but it's I can't explain it, but I can just feel it. Like, I even messaged like our family thread. Like, it's been a lot of years of a lot of trials. I'm like, the testimony, the breakthrough year is like, it's here. Like, I can feel it. I'm walking, and I think a lot of it is too, like when you believe it. I 100% believe it. A little fun fact. They were like, where do you guys want to go eat? And I'm like, Olive Garden. Since we were like going over there. And they're like, no, not Olive Garden. That's so basic, blah, blah, blah. So hours passed. And I don't know. And I told them, I'm like, you know what, guys? We're going to end up finding our way to Olive Garden. And somehow that happened. And I did it with the vanity, and I do it with a lot of things. But when I really, really 100% believe with all my might, like, it's about to happen. And that's the feeling that I got there. I was getting really frustrated. I know a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on. Like, a lot of people have like their 3, 4, 5 kids. A lot of people have jobs. A lot of people have this. And this week, I guess because I was feeling so like stretched because of the move, because of the baby, because of everything that we had going on. Um, and it was like, dude, like, stop being a freaking pansy. Like, you're gonna be busy. Things are gonna keep happening. Like, so that day, I'm like, whatever. I was determined. And I feel like you need to like tap into that person inside where you feel like it's a non-negotiable. I was so I had such a fear of not getting those freaking codes. I was like, I don't care if I'm here till the last minute. I am gonna get the freaking codes. I'm gonna get the messaging done because there's no way that I cannot get that, because I know that I knew what that was gonna mean for my business this month, having to try to recruit people for $100 instead of the 69. So I literally sat there and I'm like, nope, my back hurt. I was bored. I was this. I was like, I don't care. And I got the messaging done, and I was like, I got the 5th one at 9:50, and then I ended up in getting the 6th one at like 10:15. So I barely made it, but I had already told myself like it's gonna get done regardless. So for you guys, no matter where you're at, if you're still working, if you're busy, if you like whatever it is that you do, just freaking do it. Like, just do it. And the thing about this time of year, guys, March is all over the stuff with March. March is supposed to be our most maximizing month, where things like pop off. If you're not doing it right now, and if you're not going all in right now, like, you're doing a disservice to your business, and it's literally going to set up how the rest of your year looks. And one of the things that one of the things that I wanted to say about the samples, the company is so strategically just giving us all the tools where they specifically said, like, if you're selling 20 sample packs and you're not enrolling any loyal customers, then we're going to be able to see the disconnect on the app. Like, they're coming up with everything to help us win. And they're like, if you're selling, like whatever your closing rate is, like, you are going to be able to monitor that all on your downline for yourself. So it's about the follow up. Like, it's just, I don't know, the company. It started with the coffee, and just like, I don't know, I think I fell in love with everything all over again. Like, I feel like brand new.
You know what? That's crazy, Melissa. I know, like, you asked me, but then I was watching her, and I didn't even know, like, if she was on here. I'm like messaging her. I'm like, hey, are you on? Because everybody needs to hear your story. And I'm telling you that because I have never seen her this excited. She looks like she just like she's in chill mode right now. She was making all kinds of crazy sounds yesterday because scaring people in the car. Just because I know now in my heart, I believe she told me she was out like pumping, and I was going out to the restroom with Daisy, and she was like, you know what, next event I'm going to be sitting with you in VIP. And she said that before, because somehow, some way, she always makes her way to VIP anyways. But she told me, I'm going to be sitting with you in VIP. And this time I believed her because she has that conviction. When she told me, like, this is it, it's just like, yes, when you believe it in your heart, in your soul, and everything, you're going to win. You're gonna win. It's just like, let me get over myself, let me get over the messaging, let me get over everything, and you're absolutely gonna win. And one of the things that she also mentioned right now is corporate 100%. It's just like, here you guys go, let me give you, make all the money you want. We have everything on a silver platter, guys. It's just a matter of us. How bad do we want it? How bad do we want to be successful? You're not going to get another March. April could be the biggest paycheck of your entire It Works career, but every single day counts. Every single minute, every single second, every single day counts. I told myself today, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, yes. And I had to have that mental day. And then right now I'm back to work, because every day that you take off, it compounds. You take off 4 hours here. And you know what? At the end of the day, you have to go and and stop and look at your own personal production. If I'm sending 100 messages, how many people am I signing? That, for us to be able to see the disconnect, where it's, because Vero said, like, I have the attraction marketing, I have everything. So hey, why are you not promoting? Why are you not this? She wasn't messaging anybody at all. And she was able to admit that's exactly why you haven't promoted. So Mel, I hope that covered my part. I like I said, I have a miles of notes, but it's just so much, like, so much to give you guys.
Thank you both for sharing that.
Corporate has her back so much that Cami was like, I didn't even know Cami, like Joel, and I know all of them are gonna be there. And they touched on the bonuses, the faster bonuses, and how now the person has to enroll them for it to count for you to get your 50, your 100. And she, even from them, it was like, well, you know what? Like, you can go ahead and enroll the people through their website. Like, they are so on board and so on the same page for, like, us to just, I know some of us were a little confused and we're like, well, maybe that's not a good move in the compensation plan. And they understand, but they said, like, go on with your bad selves. Like, you enroll your customer under somebody else and just make sure you have that mental note of where you're placing them. And how Mary said about her mental day, you guys, I'm freshly showered, but we got back at 2:30 in the morning. I had to pump for 30 minutes. I left for work at 5:30 in the morning. So I'm on like 2 hours of sleep. I was supposed to get off till 2. I'm like, you guys, I'm dipping at 12. Thank God, like, these people love me and they're like, just do what you want. I came back. I obviously missed the baby a lot. So I spent some time with her. We took a little nap, and I started working like an hour ago. And I was telling Mary, coming back, just because I saw the power of the messaging, I'm going to be doing that on Mondays, focusing on sample packs, and I can go ahead and share the message that I sent out to the 85 people. It was the exact same message. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on Mondays. On Tuesdays, obviously it's Transformation Tuesday. I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be looking up products in the messages and following up with those people. I think on Wednesdays it was for business. Thursday it was all follow up because people get paid on Friday. And then they just said to be very intentional with your time. Dude, I have a lot of notes. I'm over here like, oh my God. To be intentional with our time. So Saturday, since it's the weekend, I'm going to focus on just engagement and loving on every single person. Obviously, if you're doing the work throughout the week, messages are going to trickle in, but I'm not going to be messaging people out on Saturdays unless they do like a poll or they respond to me, like, or they message me. And then Sundays is just set your intent for the week and really plan your posts. I don't know who said it, but they said like take an hour. Do not lie to yourself and waste time putting your posts together, taking 2 hours a day or 1 hour a day, or wasting that time that you can be focusing on income producing activities. So they get that all out on Sundays. And on Sundays, I'm going to focus more on the business. Because why? Because people have to go back to work on Monday. So they're already feeling that like, ugh. But yes, guys, it's all planned out. It's going to be fabulous.
Awesome. Thank you for that wonderful testimony.
You're welcome.
Okay. So next we are going to go to my beautiful Daisy, who is, we all know, this girl slays coffee samples like nobody's business. She got 10 sample packs out during that promotion of the codes, and I took her message and I sent it out this weekend. I don't know about you guys, but I was, any person that I saw popping up in my coffee stories, I was like, yep, seen your face 2 or 3 times, gonna send you this message. It's not weird. I don't, I keep seeing your face, so you're still watching, so I'm gonna send this. And I've been getting a lot of messages trickle in today from doing that this weekend. And I asked her exactly what she did, and she was.
Ando en la calle, sorry, lady.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
It's like super dark.
I was like, what happened to her face? Okay, I thought you disappeared. Okay, cool. So yeah,
I'm here.
I just wanted you to share. I know everybody always asks you this, but it's because you're so good at it. Okay, you're just have some mercy with us. It's because you slay at this. You slay. We're just trying to catch up to you. So she told me that she sent out, what was it, 155 messages?
Yes, 155.
155, and she sold 10 sample packs. So do the math on that. How much cash did you make, Daisy?
So, a ver, so it's $20. So, ¿cuánto es?
So that's $200.
Yes.
And you did that in one day?
I sold 7 in one day. I had sold 3
day.
since, okay, so as soon as Mark announced the contest, I have no idea why, but you tell me contest, I'm like, what? How? What am I supposed to do? Let's do it. So as soon as Mark said, okay, we're doing a contest, who sells more sample packs, I was like, okay, this is my thing. I'm like super good at it, and people buy them left and right. So I bought how many are there? 5 of them, and that same night I sold 3. And so when was it? Thursday they were about to end the contest, right? So I was like, I need 2 more. What am I gonna do? So that morning I called Mary and I told her, Mary, I'm gonna call message people. I don't know what else to do. I've been doing everything already, So like, what do I say? What do I do? And Mary's like, you know what? Send this, but send it to people that watch your story. You already have a lot of people following you. You just need to message them. I was like, do I really have to message people? But I ended up doing it. I was like, I sat down. I said, I'm gonna do it for an hour. And it's like, and she even said, like, if you could do 100, you could do 150. So I went even beyond that. I messaged 155 people, and in that day, I sold 7 sample packs, just one day. So that was amazing. I was like totally surprised, and I couldn't believe it. But it was just because I got over myself and I started messaging people.
So can you just imagine if all of us did that? If we sold 7 sample packs a day just from sending 150 messages, if you have that many people looking at your stories every day? Do you know how much money you would make by the end of this month? Thousands of dollars. Thousands. Not 1,000. Thousands. Like 2,000. You know me, I'm all about the numbers. I already did the math. You make thousands. $200 a day. Multiply it by the 27, 26 days we have left. That's thousands of dollars. And how many potentials is that?
I
And
already
by the
signed
end of
up
the
a
month,
loyal customer because of the
yep,
sample pack.
yep. And your closing rate is so much higher after they've
Oh
tried
yeah.
the coffee. It's just like a party. It's like 80, 90%, especially if you're good at parties. So like a lot of you guys on this Zoom are very good at parties. So not only are you making cash, but you're going to be enrolling customers. Your volume's going to go way up because everybody on your team's doing it too. And it's just going to give you really big results. So anything you wanted to, any aha moments you want to share with us from the event?
I was telling the girls that night when we went to dinner that I just have to be I know I'm always like with makeup and all ready all the time, but I guess I have to be more open to my dirty dishes and my house being a mess, and just things that they don't think I do. They probably think I have a perfect life when I don't. So I need to be a little bit more open about my dishes and my dirty laundry, and so I think I just have to be more open with the good and the bad too. But yes, I am like, and then I love the fact that I heard so much about Instagram. I'm like, Instagram this. She found me on Instagram. I was, she messaged me on Instagram and things like that. I was like, huh, I don't do Instagram at all. So I do have an account, but I just don't do it. So like that's something else that I am willing to try, since I'm doing everything and what I haven't done before. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I already started adding people. I already started posting. It's like, I'm going to do what I have to do. If it's going to Instagram too, that's what I'm going to do.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing that. It's really mind-blowing when you really step out and do something you're not comfortable or used to doing, the kind of results that you get. I don't like messaging either. I don't. But you know what? I like the results. So that's how I think about it. I don't like doing this, but I'm going to do it kicking and screaming because I like the results that it gets me. So that's what I think about it with the end in mind. And that makes me want to go do it. So if that helps anybody, that's how I look at it. It's like I put on like a really good song. I'm like, okay, you're going to sign up this many people because you're sending out this many messages, and that helps me really get the ball rolling. And doing it early in the morning too, so I don't have an excuse of putting it off later on in the day when I do it in the morning. And it's like the first thing I do. I heard a long time ago, I don't know where I read it or who I heard it from. It might have been from Mary, I don't know, that you should do the things that you don't enjoy doing first thing in the morning so that they're out of your way for the day. And the rest of your day is extremely productive because you already got over the hump of what you don't like doing. So then you can put off the things that you do like doing as a result of doing the things you don't like doing. So like if you like doing Zooms with your teams, or you like doing three-way calls, or you like doing parties, like set those for later in the day, and then you churn out the messages or whatever it is you don't like, the engagement, whatever you don't like, do that first. And then it's like you reward yourself later on in the day with the stuff that you do enjoy. And I thought that was really brilliant. So I've been doing it for the last couple days that way, and it's been really game changing. Okay, so thank you, Daisy, for sharing. Cristal, do you still have Wi-Fi? Are you in a good spot, or should we come back to you?
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, well, they can hear you. Johnny's driving. Yeah, we just crossed the California Arizona border.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It really was one of the best conferences I've been to, for sure. What did I learn from it? So many things. I guess I should be looking at my notes right now because I'm not really good at remembering things without writing them down. So I have to go back and read everything. But
what would you say was like the most mind-shifting thing that happened for you of the weekend?
Following up, needing to follow up the time management. There's been a big shift, like in our that I haven't had in a minute, where nobody's awake and Johnny's left work. So yeah, I guess I have to look back at my notes. I don't have them right now.
Okay. That's big. That's a big thing. Follow up and time management are two really huge things that a lot of people struggle with. And I think the first thing is just like recognizing that you struggle with it is a big thing. Just being like, hey, I'm not good at this. Like, I could do better here. And like recognizing it is huge. Because then when you recognize it, like Denise Walsh says, you can do something about it. You can put it in your calendar.
Parties.
You can
Needing
put
to
some
get back
solution.
into parties.
Okay.
That's one thing that I learned from it. Or it was like an aha moment, like, okay, I need to get back into doing or try it events, like our own little, like, yeah, I'm gonna have to book minimum of 10 this week, and I have to not the party batch, but the presentation, like getting the nitty gritty and just doing it over and over again. And like Mary was saying, like pretend you're doing a presentation and you're applying for a job. Like when you do that, and you're presenting to a company, like trying to sell them something, you're going to have it down. You're going to memorize everything. So that's exactly what I did in the beginning when, sometimes I think about it like it's another person who is doing like getting all those loyals and like signing people up so fast. But really, it's just following up and just going and pretending you're working for somebody else, pretending like you're clocking in. It's not like something that you can put down and be like, maybe yeah, you take a day or two like a rest or whatever, but you're on. You're on. You're gonna clock in, and if you want something, it really is deciding that you're gonna go and then just following, not letting anything, not letting an excuse get in the way, because we all have excuses, we all have reasons, we all have lives, we have kids, some have 10, some have 2, whatever, it's life, we all have jobs, whatever thing, regardless of what's happening, in a practical way, right?
Yeah. Life is always going to happen for sure. Okay, thank you. Anything else? Oh, I think she froze. Oh, okay. Anything else? You're good?
I'm sorry, no, I'm good.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to catch you before you were like in bad Wi-Fi area, so I'm glad I could.
Well, Crystal actually has a job interview on Wednesday.
Oh, hey.
Wednesday is her interview day. I don't know.
You're muted, Mary.
Oh, there we go. Oh, we all went to eat together, and Crystal was saying something, and Vito was like, "Tell her something," and that's when I told her, like, pretend that it's for somebody else, because she comes from a corporate world, and for a lot of us guys, sometimes when you do come from a corporate world, it's hard to make that transition from corporate world to being self-employed. So I was like, just do the presentation like you're gonna present it to corporate, like you have a job interview, and you have to get it down like somebody wants to know if they want to hire you or not. And it's like, okay, and if we all set that, like if you guys feel like you can't do a presentation, you can't do a party, you can't do something, pretend that you have to learn how to do this for a job interview, or they're not going to hire you. See how quick you will get this down, because when you're going to go to an interview, it's not just you, it's why should we hire you. You need to show that you have what it takes. You need to show what you bring to the table. You need to show like, hey, I'm worth getting this job. So if you go in there with that mindset and that mentality, because sometimes we get lazy when we work for ourselves, guys. We stop trying. We stop because we're our own boss. And a lot of us, in all honesty, we don't know how to be our own boss. No, we just been so conditioned to be an employee. So all of us have that. So just I told her we're gonna do a job interview, and let's rock out that presentation. I just had to throw that in there for anybody else that's struggling with that.
That's awesome. Giving her that accountability. That's really great. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, and now I'm going to ask Sylvania to unmute herself. I can't wait to see what she has to share.
Oh my God, you guys, you should have been there. It was so phenomenal. I thought my first conference, and you know how I felt with just the first day when they opened with praise and worship. And for me, when everybody got on stage, it was all about giving God praise first. And no matter what walks of life we come through, because we all are different in our own ways, but we're all in this together for one reason, and that's because God put us together. And what comes with that is these millionaires that are making it possible for us to become millionaires with them. And that just grasped me so much with their stories, with their trainings, they're right. I've got a million notes. My head is just flooding with, what do I say? What do I go with first? What do I tell? Because there's so much was taken in. So much. I went, man, the day before I was in crutches. That day I went with the cane. I didn't care if I had to go in crutches. I was going. And even when I had to wobble to the bathroom, I was like, oh my God, what am I missing? Because I didn't want to piss. I didn't want to miss nothing, Honest. It was just that powerful. It was so phenomenal. Every story, we had crying moments, we had laughing moments, we had, it was just amazing that these people take out of their day and time to travel all over. The Dunns, Tiffany, Aaron Weed. I seen Aaron Weed and Tiffany standing outside before we went in, before they opened the door. And I'm telling Jessica, oh my God, Jessica, don't you know who that is? And she goes, no, she's just standing there. I said, and my mind went blank. And I said, oh my God, I forgot their names. It's like being in front of movie stars and you get that freaking moment of movie star, and then you get where your mind goes blank like mine did, and you don't remember what, or you forget, you're tongue-tied like me right now. You don't know what to say to them. So I walked up and I said, hello, beautiful ladies. And they said, hi. And I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I follow you guys. I see you guys on Facebook, on things. I listen to you and your videos. I said, but my mind went blank on your names. I'm so sorry. And they laughed. And they said, you are too cute. Thank you for your honesty. They introduced themselves. And then I said, can I get a picture with you? And of course, We get inside. Who do I see out of the corner of my eyes? Nina Rochelle Moore. There I go, my cane, across the room. I did a beeline to her. And I'm over there, I know what I'm going to say to her. And she turns around and looks at me. And again, blanked. And I just looked and I said, oh my God, girlfriend, you are losing so much weight. And she goes, I know, it's a skinny brew. And I said, I know. I said, you look phenomenal. I said, can I get a picture with you? She goes, sure. So I took a picture with her. But they're just so down to earth. I don't care if they're blinged up, glammed up, whatever. They're still down to earth. And for them to take their time and share with us, it was just so amazing. It was so amazing. The different things that they said, the different, all of it was just phenomenal. But the word affirmations, girls. Every day, say something beautiful to yourself. Every day, put it out there that you're gonna get 5 LCs today. You're gonna get 5 DTs by Friday. Whatever it is, I am not a quitter. Whatever it is, I got this. Whatever it is. Feed your soul so you can feed your mind, so your mind can follow your soul and go with it, and you could get in the flow with this game. because it's not about stepping on each other's toes. It's about you stepping in your own walk. It's about you learning how to do this. It's about you taking the time, learning the videos. If you don't understand the videos, if you don't understand what somebody's saying, get with somebody. Get with somebody you can relate with. Tell them, hey, can you break this down for me? Because I'm up in that, I didn't get you. You know, whatever. You know, because I'm like that. You know, I tell Melissa, I'm visual. I'm sorry, you could tell me a million ways. I have to see it. If it's in black and white, if it's in front of me, my list of 100, when she sat with me and helped me with my list of 100, oh my God, it just came to me like, duh, you know how to do this. I write all the time. You see my notebooks when we got together and you said, oh, how are you doing on your host post? Boom, here's my book with my host post. Here's who answers to this. Here's who answers to that. And I had all my, you know, I'm good with that. But when it came to I was all over the place with not following up. Something that simple, a follow-up. As she sat down with me and printed that 100 list for me and helped me how to do that, hello, it's simple. It's so simple. We make it harder than it has to be. Why? Because we're women. Why? Because our mind is constantly going. If we just slow down, remember your whys. Remember why you joined. Remember why you want to be where you want to be. Remember why. You remember your whys, that's going to help motivate you. Because life is in session. We're all going to go through stuff, no matter what. No matter what. Deaths, lives, I mean, that's it. Traumas, unfortunately, this is it. This is the real, you know? But this last 2 weeks, I'm an apartment manager of 52 units. I still manage my brother, not him physically living with me, but his appointments, his scheduling, all the stuff that goes with him at his facility. My dad, you know, I didn't even cross the state line, and I got a phone call last night. There was an emergency at the apartments. I said, okay, just call so-and-so, get a report. I need paperwork. Okay, you know, not a big deal. But I'm like, really? I'm not even there yet. Then I get home, my granddaughter's texting me, Grandma. When she puts grandma across, I know it's drama. So I had to tend to her. Then my dad called me. He, you know, ended up in the hospital. But it's just, life is in session. You know, we can't stop the planet, because I would have stopped it a long time ago and stepped off for a few seconds, trust me. But it's life's in session. You got to take a deep breath. You got to get back to you. You got to focus. You got to figure out what you want, how you want it, and go with it. Go with it. There's so many people here, so many women that are just phenomenal. And even the guys, when the husband and wives were on stage and the men kept taking the microphone, I was like, oh my God, this is too funny. They were like, nah, 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 nah. But everything they had to say was so great. Everybody had something to say about the products. Maybe you're not a coffee drinker, but if you're a tea drinker, hey, brag about the tea. You know, whatever it is. I want to try the probiotic. I want to try other stuff now because I know what works. And what I have tried so far, I know they work. I didn't get sick with the flu, and I ain't getting that coronavirus. That is not on my table. I ain't got time for that shit. I'm sorry. And you ain't gonna scare me with that shit. Because it works. I got immunity, I got hydrate, I got just celery. So all the germs can stay away from me.
Yes, sister.
But they also said, we are pillars. We are pillars, okay? So we need 5 things. Write down 5 things that make you who you are. 5 things, okay? Then post on your timeline. When you think of mine, when you see my name or hear my name, what comes to mind? Just post that.
I was wondering why you and Mary both posted that.
Because
I was like a straight up stalker, so you guys know, but I saw both of you posted that. I was like, I wonder why. Thank you for telling me.
that list, you're gonna realize there's more than 5 things that make you who you are. We want to limit ourselves. I'm a mama, I'm a wife, I'm a this, I'm a that. You know, I had a hard time to write just 3. I haven't even gotten to 5, but my list, and my people are funny, so my list just goes with some phenomenal things. My nephew put love. That's what he thinks of when he sees my name, you know. There's another woman that put I'm a powerful woman of God, that I'm a prayer warrior, you know. And it's just, we forget who we are sometimes. So that's what I took with me, the word affirmations and the 5 things of who you are. Be confident in yourself. Be confident, because you know what? We're our own bosses, yes, but we're also a pillar to those around us. We're also a pillar to who we're bringing in the business. Don't forget that. Don't forget who you are. It's important. I love you guys.
That is so true. Thank you for sharing that, Sylvania. And I just want to give a shout out to Sylvania because you know, I very last minute had a family emergency, and she could have well been like, you know what? I messed up my knee. I don't, you know, all these complications before I leave. I know it's going to be a mess when I leave, because every single time I've gone anywhere with this woman, there's always some sort of emergency. Like where she works, I shit you not, she's on the phone. Like even when we're at conference, something happens. It's just, I don't know why, but she's always said it. Every time I take a trip, something happens. And so she knew that was coming. She anticipated that messing up her knee. I couldn't go. She only met Anna once. I know we had to figure out how she was going to get to Anna's. So she could have easily been like, you know what, never mind. But she went because she knows how important events are. She knows
I had
she's
a
important
plan B.
there. Yeah. And also I took I took a note page from Ashley Mayfield's book when she did that color personality training, and I had everybody take it. And I know that Sylvania is primarily blue. So I emphasize that with her. You need to be around people. You need to go to events. It's so important for you. So she knew it was super important. So I just want to say I'm super proud of you right now. Like I'm always proud of you, but I'm like super duper proud of you right now.
Thank you.
You really brought it back. Thank you for that. Okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing. And Stacy, if you are available to unmute yourself.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Sylvania, you just totally pumped me up. I was over here like, that's my girl. Hi guys. I'm so freaking pumped. I've been to a lot of events, and this one just, man, it just really, really I got a couple like gut punches, like, oh man, I took one to the left. Like something that really stood out to me was my belief. Having that belief in yourself, you guys, let me tell you, being a product of the product, you guys, and losing the weight that I have lost has my confidence level so it's just out there now. And just having that belief and knowing that I can do this, and having that vision and seeing that I can just motivate others. Like I just feel so confident now, just leaving there like I'm a boss, like I got this now, you know. And being in the business for 6 years, I'm telling you guys, ups and downs, like losing the weight, gaining it weight. People would see me lose weight and they're watching me, and then here I go again, big girl again, blowing up. And it's like, Stacy, come on, be consistent, you know. And so like I said, I took a lot of punches for sure. It was so motivational. Man, I learned so much. I definitely learned so much. Like, It Works has definitely gave us the tools, you guys. Like, I don't know who said it, but a silver platter, boom, right here. They make it so easy for us to make money. Like, why not utilize this sampling app? Like, you guys, like, that's your auto shipment right there. There's no excuse. Like, your auto shipment should be number one priority. So they give us these tools and we just need to utilize them and just put the work in. Another gut punching thing was the whole messaging thing. Like, I have, like, Stacy, you've been there for so long. Like, you have the attraction marketing. You have that. What's going on? It's because you're not messaging, girl. You're not messaging. And that was another gut puncher. Like, I definitely opened up my eyes. Hopefully I'm not all blah, 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 but yeah, I totally just got I got a lot of wake up calls for sure. A lot of wake up calls. And something that really just totally touched me was seeing my girl, and I'm probably gonna get a little emotional, but it made me realize what kind of leader I am, you guys. And I've built and I've crumbled and built and then crumbled, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Am I not training my team? Am I not pouring into them like I should? Like, is it self-development? What is it, And going there with, a couple girls that, are with me, and seeing her so excited bringing her first distributor to an event just made my heart so full and just so happy, and I just know what kind of leader that I want to be, and that I'm on my way to be in that vision. And this event has made it just so much more clear. Everything is just so much more like, I know I'm at the right place at the right time. So hopefully I said what I what I had to say. Sorry guys, I know I'm like a yellow blue, a yellow bluish kind of girl, but that's definitely that's how it went down. That's how I feel.
Yeah, so Stacy's like so downplaying how much weight she lost. Or some of you guys that don't know on here, she has lost over 100 pounds. How many pounds are you at now, Stacy?
Like 120, guys.
120 pounds. That's an entire person. That's like amazing. Straight up amazing. Dedication, consistency, like nobody's business. I mean, this girl can bring it. And she slays sample packs. She calls them swag bags, like nobody's business too. She paid for her way to conference with swag bag money. I mean, she is legit on fire right now, bringing in people like hotcakes because she's going to earn this bonus. I know she will. And she just had, where's Demetria? She's not in here. So
She just mentioned me. She's having like phone issues or some recharging issues. Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, Demetria's not on here, but let me say something about Demetria. So Stacy was having that moment, and her and I talked about it, like, oh my God, like I really want to go diamond. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? We had this conversation. And I said, you gotta ask for what you want. You gotta put it out there. You gotta write it down. You gotta say, this is what I want, A, B, C, and God will deliver it. You just go and do the work and he will deliver it. And then sure enough, there she was doing her thing, doing her pop-ups, because she's really good at that. And she met Demetria. And shortly after she met Demetria had all kinds of life happening to her. She was at conference just like 6 weeks into the business, and she was at conference. She was like barely a month in, and Demetria was at conference. And Demetria's dad was literally on his deathbed, and she was at conference, and we were trying to keep her mind off of what was going on at home. And she's just been such a tree of life on our team, and when she lost her dad, we all carried her and we all checked on her and we all asked her how she was doing all the time, you know, because I got a bunch of yellows on my team, you guys. So we are, like Sylvania said, we are like a herd of elephants. Nobody walks alone. And if somebody falls, we pick each other up. That's what we do. So so Sylvania, sorry, it's not Sylvania. Demetria had just enrolled somebody right after her dad passed. Like literally, I think the next day or something after his service, she enrolled somebody into her business, and she brought that girl to Arizona. So that was super cool, super cool to see that happen for Stacey and her, and everybody on her team. So Demetria's on here. Dang, I was hoping she would share. Okay, who hasn't shared that was there then? Everybody, right? Oh, except for Anna, but Anna's got somebody she's talking to. All right.
Julie was there.
Yeah, she's popping in and out because she said her Wi-Fi is not that great. I don't see her on here right now.
Oh.
But anybody want to share anything else? Now's the time. I'm still recording this.
Yeah, I found my notes if you guys are down.
Yes.
For me to read them. Okay. Leave the event with high expectations. So leaving knowing that you're going to come back home and you're going to be fired, that you're going to get something like massive out of this investment. Like Beto was saying, it wasn't cheap. You know what I mean? It wasn't cheap to make it happen. So leave knowing that you're going to make something good out of it. Follow the dream, not the paycheck. Remember what your dream is. Remember why you're doing it, and follow that. Follow through with that instead of focusing on the paycheck, because the money is going to come anyway. Pay attention to your hundreds list. Don't leave it behind. Don't just write it down and like I did, like I have, and just write it down and tuck it somewhere in your notes, far away behind your stuff. Make a lot of launch calls. That's something that I have to ask Mary about. A lot of launch calls. FaceTime people. Be more personal. So when we're following through with people, instead, when you're about to close and you're about to like make that sale happen or get that DT, FaceTime with them, because it's a lot harder for people to turn you down when they're actually looking at you and they're actually like in your face. It's harder to say no. It just is. Relationships equals retention, and that's I think for those of us who have been here a while already know that relationships equal retention. Invest in your people. Don't just sign them up. Don't just get your loyals. And there was somebody that said that her retention was like 75% with her loyals past the 3 months because of the fact that she continuously followed through with them, see how they're doing, comments on their stuff, care about what's happening with their kids, what's happening with their parents, with just a little comment here and a little comment there, letting people know that you genuinely care. They're going to see that and they're going to care about you as well. Use your story to motivate other people. My gosh, that was big. That was something that we talked about when we went to go eat and we were talking about like what hit us. That was something that really, really hit me. Johnny and I passed through for the very first time, and it's gonna like make me emo just thinking about it because I was literally crying at Sizzler right now. You think that your story is sometimes like so unique that people are gonna judge you or not gonna relate to you, but I was a prison wife. We just ate at the cheesiest Sizzler like probably ever right now, but that's where I had my wedding reception when I married my husband who was in prison. There's got to be like sometimes we're like, oh, people are gonna judge me, people, I can't like share all of myself because then they're gonna see all of me. And it's true, you want to use discernment, you want to know what you can share, what you can, it's up to you. But we definitely don't want to be so selfish. Really, it's what it is. Like, oh, people are gonna judge me, so we're thinking about ourselves, we're being selfish and we're being prideful. But sometimes we need to open up a little bit and other people can relate to us and they get to see that we're human and we're just like them. So sometimes holding your story is keeping people away from you, because when you open yourself up to people, they're like, oh wow, I have so much in comment with this person. Let me see more of what she's all about. So yeah, that was one thing. Keeping it to yourself is sometimes selfish. And then create curiosity on your page. Don't always post like too much detail about everything, but little snippets where it makes people nosy. You know how we're nosy. Like I'm nosy. Like what does she mean? What does she mean? She's doing this, but you know you don't say the whole thing. You just like give little snippets, so it attracts people to your page a little bit more, and it makes people. The more that they click on your stuff, obviously, the more that you're gonna come out on their timeline. So that was a really big one for me as well. There's more, but it's in Johnny's writing, so I'm gonna have to look through it. Like, I'm gonna have to read it a little bit slower. But yeah, that was some stuff, girl. So I hope that helps a little bit.
I have something more to add. When they spoke to the leaders, that was that was an aha moment for me, because I've got DTs that have some turned into a ghost, you know, and they spoke about that. And they said to, you know, put in your work as if it's full time. You know, time management, like you said earlier, is important. But you and it's okay. It's okay to do your stories. It's okay, whatever you say, and it's okay to be scared. Because we all get scared of something. We all get scared. If you're scared of going live, I'm scared of going live because every time I go live, I mess it up. But so I'm better at doing videos. And videos was a big thing for me, Melissa. You know that. I would do video after video after video. And it would take, like doing selfies. You take 100 to find 2 that are nice pictures, you know? So that's how my videos were. And my followers that have been following me, they tell me now, you're not nervous like you were when you first started. I mean, because it showed through. The crackling voice, you know, everything. But, you know, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to do it, because once you keep doing it, you're getting past that fear. You can't get past it if you don't start, you know? So that's okay. But you got to dive in. You got to get with them. Get with your LCs. Get with your DTs. Zoom with them, FaceTime with them. Let them know that, hey, you're still alive. You're still there on their, you know, their side. Find out, you know, keep that connection. They might be struggling. They might be having something, a fear that you've already walked through that you can help them with. They might be having life in session and they don't know how to tell you, I got to put this on hold for now. It could be anything, you know, we don't know. But if we don't reach out to them, if we don't find out, we're not going to know. You know? And you have to remind them, I've prayed for you so you could be here. I prayed for you because I've seen potential in you. You know, and it's up to you if you want to do this or not. But let them know they're still, you know, valuable. We can't have people and then just like we're robotic, like, you know, okay, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. No, we got to have a little empathy in our life. We got to have a little sympathy in our life. You got to treat people the way you want to be treated, you know, and it's okay. It's okay. It's totally okay. You know, we're not all going to get along. We're not all going to like each other, but we're in this business to grow together. Sometimes we have to set our differences aside and remember what we're here for. You know, it's a numbers game for our paycheck, but it's not a numbers game for, you know, about just having 1 million people on a list that are your DTs and whatever, your LCs, but you only know really like 10 of them. You know, that's the same as having 1 million friends, but how many do you really talk to? You know, you can have that list of 1 million, but if you only care about 10, what does that say? You know, I'm just saying, you know, that just got to me about the business part, about reaching out. We're here, you know, I'm here to learn how to improve on my dream in working my business. All these tips to enhance, improve, for what? To receive more. That's our word, more. And I love it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.